SNAP showdown, Trump defies court order in explosive food aid standoff. Washington is heating up again, and this time, millions of Americans' dinner tables are caught in the crossfire. President Donald Trump has ignited fresh controversy after suggesting the U.S. won't pay any SNAP benefits during the ongoing government shutdown, directly contradicting his own administration's court filing just 24 hours earlier. Did you know that over 95% of our viewers aren't subscribed to the channel? We totally get it, life gets busy, and sometimes it's easy to forget. But here's the thing, subscribing is completely free, and it really helps us keep creating the content you enjoy. So, why not hit that subscribe button and join our community? It only takes a second, but it makes a world of difference to us. Thank you for your support. The statement sent shockwaves through Washington, as the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, better known as SNAP, provides critical food aid to nearly 42 million Americans every month. A clash between the courts and the commander-in-chief. Just one day earlier, Trump's administration told a federal judge in Rhode Island it would fund half of SNAP's November benefits, drawing from a limited $4.65 billion emergency fund. But on Tuesday morning, the president posted a fiery message on Truth Social, declaring that no benefits would be distributed until Democrats agree to pass a stopgap funding bill to reopen the government. SNAP benefits will be given only when the radical left Democrats open up government, Trump wrote, calling the program bloated and recklessly expanded under Joe Biden. The message left millions of low-income families uncertain, and state governments scrambling for answers. The White House pushes back, carefully. When pressed by reporters, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt insisted the administration is complying with the court's order. She said she personally spoke with the president, explaining that his post reflected frustration, not defiance. "We are digging into a contingency fund meant for national emergencies," Leavitt said. The president doesn't want to keep draining that fund, and that's what he meant. But critics say the mixed messaging is deepening confusion among Americans who rely on SNAP to feed their families. Inside the courtroom, legal battles escalate. Meanwhile, in Rhode Island, the courtroom showdown over SNAP has intensified. Judge Jack McConnell ordered the administration last week to pay benefits as soon as possible from its contingency reserves and to explore other federal options to keep the program afloat. Yet lawyers for the plaintiffs say the government's decision to fund only half the benefits violates that order, calling it arbitrary and capricious. They've now asked the court to issue an emergency restraining order forcing the administration to pay full benefits immediately, arguing that any delay will cause devastating harm to millions of Americans already facing food insecurity. Billions on the line, and growing tensions. The SNAP program costs roughly $8 billion a month, and the emergency reserves can only cover about half of that. Officials warn that, unless the shutdown ends soon, the same crisis will hit again in December. Trump's team has so far refused to use another $4 billion in available contingency funds from the Child Nutrition Program, a move critics say is meant to increase political pressure on Democrats. A crisis that hits home. For now, food banks across the country are bracing for a surge in demand. Advocates warn that any interruption in benefits could force families to choose between groceries and rent, especially as the holiday season approaches. Past administrations, both Republican and Democrat, have continued funding SNAP during shutdowns. But this time, the program has become a political weapon, and the people who rely on it are the ones caught in the middle. As legal battles unfold and the White House doubles down, one question looms large. Will the nation's most vital food program be held hostage by politics, or will the courts force the government's hand to keep America fed? Because for 42 million Americans waiting on their next meal, this isn't politics, it's survival.